I'm Mary, your diabetes bestie. You know the one where you're throwing yourself into a new plan, falling off, berating yourself, beating yourself up, and then swearing you'll start fresh on Monday, and then repeating it over and over and over. I lived there for most of my adult life. Mondays were basically my whole personality, and honestly, it was one identity that I should have ditched a long, long time ago. Life won't be as crazy on Monday. But you guys, life is always crazy. So we need to figure out how to keep going when the mess happens. Every time you quit, you're not just breaking a diet or skipping a workout. You're breaking a promise to yourself. But when it comes to ourselves, when it comes to the promises that we make ourselves, we are the first ones we cancel on. Every broken promise chips away at self-trust, and self-trust is the foundation of everything. But here's the good news. Self-trust is like a muscle. You can rebuild it, not with grand gestures or huge goals or perfect workout calendars or a perfect meal plan, but with small, repeatable actions. Promise yourself 1 glass of water in the morning and keep that promise. Promise yourself 5 minutes of movement and keep that promise. Promise to check your blood sugar before bed and keep that promise. The more you follow through, the more evidence you stack in your favor, the louder that inner voice gets that says, see, I can trust myself again. You don't rebuild trust with big Monday declarations. You rebuild it with tiny Tuesday receipts. And once you start keeping promises to yourself, everything shifts. You start believing your word again. You start seeing yourself as capable. And that's when consistency becomes less of a struggle and more of who you are. So here's the truth. You don't need Monday. You don't need perfect. You just need to keep showing up in the smallest, most sustainable way you can. When you hit that moment where old you would have said, I'll start Monday, I want you to start right then, even if it's small, especially if I want you to quit quitting and start continuing.